Hello students, good day. I believe you are doing well wherever you are. I am Dr. Vivian Ogbala, a lecturer in the Department of Languages, Faculty of Arts, National Open University of Nigeria, Abuja. Welcome to week 5 of your lecture, ENG 414 Speech Writing. My co-facilitator, Professor Christine Ofule, took you through week 1 to week 4 of the lecture. You watched an inspirational video by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. In the video, you saw the different connecting devices she used in order to get across to the audience. One important thing she mentioned in the video is that learning is a lifelong process. In this week, week 5, we're going to be looking at the different parts of the speech, which are the title, the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Come along with me as we go through. Thank you. My email is buguala@noun.edu.ng. Introduction to Parts of a Speech is in Module 2, Units 5 and 6 of your course material. The intended learning outcomes. At the end of the lecture, you should be able to explain what an introduction is in a speech, discuss some introduction strategies, explain techniques of writing the body of the speech, discuss the features of the conclusion, attempt documenting different materials using both the APA and the MLA referencing styles. A good speech is a unified whole. It is divided into some parts. These parts must be properly linked to achieve the aim of the speech. A good speech is broadly divided into the title, the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The title, at a glance, gives the reader what the speech is all about. Now, what is introduction? After the title is introduction. The introduction is a window through which the audience can peep into the entire speech. It is at this point that the writer can either win or lose the interest and attention of the audience. Activity 1. Before proceeding to watch the remaining part of this video, you have to attempt this activity. Why is the title of a speech important? General things to cater for in the introduction. Make your introduction inviting. Make it pungent. Avoid unnecessary preamble. Make your focus clear. Let the introduction lead to the body of the speech. Create rapport between you and the audience. Establish your credibility and competence to handle the topic. Give necessary background information. Give some hints on the structure of the speech. Relate the topic to the audience. Tips for writing a good introduction. Ask questions, either WH questions, polar questions, rhetorical questions. You can begin by telling a story. You can give proverbs. You can give statistical facts or figures. You can quote a reputable source. You can make an analogy. You can define some concepts in the introduction. Unit 6, other parts of the speech. Apart from the title, the introduction, we have the body of the speech. The body contains a full discussion of the focus of the subject matter. There is no limit to the number of sentences that should constitute the body of a speech. The purpose of the speech and the time allotted to the speech are among the major determinants of the length of the body of a speech. Ways of presenting ideas in a speech. The way the ideas in the mind of the speechwriter is presented is termed thought flow pattern or order. There are different thought flow patterns that could be employed to enrich the speech. The basic ones are the chronological order, the spatial order, the topical order, the cause to effect order, the simple to complex order, the comparison and contrast order. Assisting the reader to follow your speech. According to Kane and Peters, 1966, the underlisted points can assist a reader to follow your speech. The leitmotifs, the signposts, these are words and structures that point to the structure of the speech. They tell the reader what the writer has just done, what the writer is about to do next, or will do later on. The signpost is another method. This could be extrinsic or intrinsic. Then Transition devices act as signposts in the speech. Then the interparagraph transition. These are expressions that link successive paragraphs. Most of them occur at the beginning of the new paragraph. Transition could be full or partial. The former has three elements: a summary of the old topic, an introductory statement of the new, an indication of the relationship between the two topics. The relationships in the thought a writer expresses are of three main types, according to Kane and Peters, 1966. These are adversative, causal, and addictive. Now let us look at the conclusion. The conclusion is as equally important as the introduction and the body of the speech. The conclusion should, among other things, do the following: summarize the main points, suggest solutions or new directions, move the audience to action, and the conclusion should be related to the topic. The conclusion, just like the introduction, should not be detached from the other parts of the speech. It is supposed to be a unifying portion. All the loose ends of the speech should be tied together by the conclusion. The conclusion should be a way of reiterating the kernel of the speech. Further hints on the conclusion. The conclusion could achieve its major aims of summarizing, judging, and guiding to action in these four main ways. They are terminal words, cyclical return, rhythmic variation, and built-in closing. Now let us look at referencing styles. There are different widely used referencing styles. Some of them are the APA, American Psychological Association, the MLA, known as Modern Language Association, the Chicago Manual of Style, the CSE, Council of Science Editors style, the ASA, American Sociological Association style, the AAA, American Anthropological Association style, and so on. But the focus here is the APA and the MLA styles. These appear to be the most commonly used styles across disciplines. If further clarification of these is in your course material, endeavor to read up your course materials so that you know the things that differentiate these different referencing styles. Conclusion. For the message of a speech to be well passed to the audience, the writer has to incorporate different techniques. There is no aspect of the speech that is not important. The same vigor should be expended on all the segments. If an aspect of the speech is neglected, it may mar the other aspects that have been given attention. When documenting the material that you have used in the speech, try to be consistent in the referencing style you have chosen. If the occasion demands a particular referencing style, adhere to it strictly. If it is a referencing style that you are not familiar with, make adequate research on it to use it correctly. Class activity 2. Write down 3 reasons why a speech may not achieve its purpose. Thank you for listening.